Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. So, Anthony Mackie, you decided to open up your mouth again, saying that you had to overcome a fear of playing a character and representing a country that didn't represent you. And then you went into a whole spiel on how you feel oppressed and how you held yourself back and hindered yourself, the very definition of retarded, and retarding yourself because you're black. Well, here's the thing. You are retarded. Today you win the Retard of the Day award because you are held back and hindered by your own selfish, oppression Olympics, bigoted way of thinking. You are not oppressed. You make thousands of dollars, possibly even millions of dollars, a year. You are not oppressed. You've made it in Hollywood. You've done very well for yourself. You've played in movies that I absolutely love watching. You're a good actor. You weren't very good in Falcon and the Winter Soldier because you had to turn that into a whole everything is racist and poor me, I'm black, so I can feel the hate. It's not what today is like. Not at all. Is there racism? Sure. But not at the level that you are saying it is at. You see, by playing the victim, you are doing a disservice to people who actually have gone through actual racism, like myself. You saying that you were not, or you felt like you weren't worthy of certain opportunities because you were black, that is yourself holding you back. No one else. And you saying that the country doesn't represent you? This is America. It does represent you. And unfortunately, you are a poor representative with the very regressive and racist way of thinking that you have adopted in order to pander to the current political climate. Black people are not oppressed. They haven't been oppressed since before the 1960s. They were freed from slavery in 1865. So they have not been as oppressed as you claim them to be, and as you claim yourself to be. Now, if you think that a black person, or if you think that people have a problem with a black Captain America, you would be wrong. You see, before you donned the outfit, your character that you play, Falcon, Sam Wilson, had already donned that outfit. What do you think yours was designed on? Where he played Captain America, and nobody gave a damn that he was black. Not one. Everybody's like, well, if Captain America's dead, I think that he would have a good job as playing Captain America. Also, Bucky Barnes played Captain America, and he also did a good job. I had no problem with Sam in the comics taking up the Captain America shield. He was very worthy of doing so. And he never made it about, oh, poor me, I'm oppressed because I'm black. I find it very inaccurate that you would push this sort of narrative. You see, back when the comics were good, and when, unfortunately, main characters had died, other characters stepped up to be the beacon of hope that their friend was. After Steve Rogers was killed, Bucky Barnes, and yes, Sam Wilson took up the shield. No one complained. No one said a black man shouldn't have the shield. No one did any of that. That was stupid. That was racist. So they didn't do it. Fans accepted it because we thought it was very cool, as we still do now today. But you and your Oppression Olympics and your interview with Variety have decided to pretty much dishonor that comic book arc by making something it is not. As are the your current slave masters, because you apparently see yourself as a slave and as oppressed and whatnot, at Disney Lucasfilm. Or at Disney, rather, not Lucasfilm, at Disney Marvel. You see, they want you to pander. They want you to say all this stuff when it's really not needed to be said because it's very regressive. Let me ask you something, Mr. Mackie. Do you remember a person, I believe he went by the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "I want to live in a world where my kids are judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character"? Do you remember that individual? He was a very influential person. He was also influential to me in how I was brought up by my father. Yeah. You see, I was taught that there are people out there with many different skin tones, but you are not to be bigoted towards them because of that. You are not to be bigoted to them at all. You are to accept them. You are to befriend them. You are to treat them as you would want to be treated, with respect. And yeah, I not once treated any person of color when I was growing up with any vile bigotry of hatred and racism at all. Racism was taught. Racism is taught, unfortunately, today. Racism is very much alive and well today in your wheelhouse, Hollywood. It is propagandizing racism and saying that everybody who is a person of color is somehow still oppressed when they are not. You see, it is illegal to oppress a person or any person based on the color of their skin. It is, in fact, a law. Again, there are laws against it. And yet, the only way, so that being said, the only way that you can feel oppressed is if you are retarding your mind and holding yourself back and hindering up here, saying that I'm black, therefore I am less. You are not less. But you are retarded. At least today you are. You've won the Retard of the Day award in my book. Because you believe that America doesn't represent you when America represents everyone who is in it. And we represent her as well. America is a beautiful thing. And you know what? I am ashamed that pieces of shit like you, who still hold yourself back and hinder yourself and say that, oh, I'm oppressed because I'm a person of color. And how other people who are very racist and bigoted, pushing other things like critical race theory and whatnot, trying to say that all white people are oppressors and that all black people are oppressed. I find it very shameful that that is what's trying to be taught in today's society. So well done. You've lost respect. Folks, that is going to be my video today. I have done several cuts of this video. Maybe I might go over the content of those cuts sometime in a live video, I don't know. But today's not really that day for it. Today I wanted to focus on what Anthony Mackie said in an interview where he felt that he was or that he didn't, or that America doesn't represent him, even though he played a character that it did, and even though it does represent him. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of Anthony Mackie and his current held back and hindered state? Do you think maybe he should stop seeing everything through a racial lens? Maybe live by how Martin Luther King wanted all of us to live? Or the opposite? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.